Look, I know what's going on. I've been in your shoes. You're doing the searching. You're looking for answers. You're doing the research. You want to know what's going to help you improve your life. And don't worry. In this video, I'm going to share with you something different. We're going to do this together. We're going to read and analyze a couple verses from a book and see what type of knowledge we can extract from it today. This is part of the process of growth and progress. Let's get to it. So in my past videos, I've explained why the Bible is a great book of life lessons. It has many examples of what to do and what not to do. So you don't have to be religious or associate with a type of religion to read a book. This is a book of life lessons, and today we're going to read Galatians 6, 1 through 10. Galatians 6, 1 through 10. This is going to reveal some characteristics of great individuals. If you want to improve your life, you must adopt these characteristics to your day-to-day life, and you will see the results. You will reap the fruits of your labor. So let's get right to it. Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such a one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. For if anyone thinks himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. But let each one examine his own work, and then he will have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For each one shall bear his own load. Let him who is taught the word share in all good things with him who teaches. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. For he who sows to his flesh will of the flesh reap corruption. But he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And let us not grow weary while doing good. For in due season we shall reap if we do not lose hearts. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Now, that was a lot that we just read right now, so you got to break it down. It was a lot of juice. Did you guys catch that? I'm going to read it again, but we're going to do it by verse. So, let's dissect the very first parts of what we're trying to read. It starts off with, if a man is overtaken with any trespass. In your life, there's always going to be problems. You're always going to encounter obstacles. And sometimes it's easy to let these external conditions get the best of us. Sometimes it's too easy to let our emotions actually control our actions. So what this verse is saying is that oftentimes we are overtaken. We have no control over ourselves, over what we do. And that is the first mistake. We allow ourselves to be overtaken when in reality we can take the time to truly understand where these emotions are coming from, why we're feeling the things we do, and why we're doing the things we're doing. And if we don't like the answers to these questions, we could always change it around because we have free will. So the first verse says, Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such a spirit in one of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. So again, they're implying that humans are often overtaken by their emotions, by their external situations, by their external conditions. So that's something we need to work on, not being overtaken. The next part of the verse is a commandment to restore such a one who made a mistake. Restore such a one. This implies that people that make mistakes should not be ridiculed. They should not be excused. They should not be ignored. They should be restored. And what does it mean to be restored? It means to put in order or to restore to its former condition. Usually human beings have the tendency of judging. When they hear the problems of others, what they do is gossip. They put in their own input, neglecting the fact that they themselves have their own faults. They themselves have their own problems. Let me ask you something. Would you like someone to be judgmental towards you? And if the answer is no, why are you being judgmental towards other people? Look, I know we were on a roll, but hold that thought for a second. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for the YouTube algorithm so we can reach more people and help them live a life of abundance. Let's get right back to it, man. You know you have problems as well. The only difference is that your problems aren't known, so they can't be picked at. But when you participate in gossip, when you participate in harsh judgment, you're only doing damage to yourself. Here we're being commanded, here we're being advised to restore people in a gentle manner. Not to be harsh with them. Not to be assholes. In a gentle manner. Gentle because you understand your own faults as a human being. You understand your own weaknesses. You understand that it's not easy for you either. And this is what makes it so easy to be empathetic to other people. Understanding your own personal struggles so you can relate to others. Because we're all the same. We may look different. You may think we look different. But to another species out there, we look all the same. We're human beings. We encounter the same adversities.